All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Solano softball field. This is game 2 of a doubleheader between the San Jose City College Jaguars and your Solano Falcons. Brian Nelson here with Jared Denning and Soa Blasi. About ready for first pitch. Courtney McGraw in the circle for the Falcons. And McGraw, we've seen her more in a relief pitching role for the Falcons. Adriana Montoya has gotten a lot of starts, but here, McGraw getting the nod. Be important to follow up on Schlottman's strong performance in game 1.
Yeah, and I still feel like strong is an understatement when you're talking about Brianna's performance in the first game.
So first pitch to Keelan Spencer, the shortstop, for a ball.
Yeah, I interviewed Taya Collier for the Best Buy Player of the Game, and I asked her what it was like seeing Brianna throw a gem out there, and she said, of course, it's great, but it's bittersweet because she's a senior, or a sophomore, excuse me, so this is her last start at home.
Next pitch misses for McGraw, 2-0. Freshman out of Vacaville High School. And so Selden catching back-to-back games in this doubleheader. Vavrica and Collier, same left side of the infield as game 1 as McGraw misses high. Ortega and Kimball, same infield for the Falcons. Only difference, McGraw out in the circle for the starting pitcher and Schlottman out in left for the Falcons. That one in there, finds the strike zone, finally strike 1.
It's going to be important for McGraw to establish her strike zones early in the game.
Yeah, doesn't want to walk this leadoff hitter, Spencer. That one dips back in the strike zone, strike 2. Great movement on that pitch.
And Selden didn't really have to move her glove at all. Do you take pride in your framing?
Yeah, anything to help the pitcher.
That one chopped over to Collier. She is underneath it, puts it away for out number 1.
Do you get yelled at from the umpire when they notice you framing in a sense, and they're like, "Well, that wasn't a strike. You made it a strike," kind of thing?
Sometimes the umpires tell you like, "Hey, like you don't need to frame that pitch." Like, call it. So.
But always gets to that pitcher in a good rhythm with the starting umpire. As that first pitch from McGraw catches the outside corner for strike 1. So great job from McGraw, falling behind 3-0, still battling, got that ground out. Now Lily Resendez, center fielder for the Jaguars, is up. She was 1 for 3 in the game 1 of this doubleheader. Looks at that pitch low and away for ball 1. So McGraw set, 1-1 pitch, 1 out. That one slapped to the first base side. She almost ran into the ball.
Yeah, I expect San Jose to be a little bit more aggressive this time in this game, seeing them lose 5-1 in the first. They were still aggressive, but in terms of small ball, I expect to see a lot more bunts and slap hits.
So Resendez out of the 2-hole, slaps it over to the third base side, but foul.
Yeah, good job for Lily to stay alive right now in a 1-2 count here in the first inning.
Up to bat, number 3, Natasha.
So I think they're going to call a strikeout, perhaps. Maybe they say she bunted it foul.
She stepped out of the batter's box.
She did? Okay.
Okay, we'll disregard what I just said then.
So swing and a miss from Sachdeva, the catcher and 3-hole hitter for the Jaguars. Sachdeva in the first game went 1 for 3 as well. Next pitch from McGraw in there for a strike.
That was a great pitch by McGraw.
So trying to get this 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. That one swung on into the gap, and it's going to bounce off the warning track and off the fence. Throw back in Collier. Not in time. Sachdiva just gets in there with a double.
It's a great relay, though.
Made it a lot closer than it probably should have been.
Yeah.
Number 1, Stephanie.
Anytime I
Toja.
see a ball split the outfielders, I just assume they're going to be aggressive and try to take 3. But like you said, the relay was great and made the play closer.
She doesn't have Jared's speed as a catcher.
I don't think anyone has Jared's speed.
That's a great point. So that brings up cleanup hitter Stephanie Troja. Looks at a pitch outside for a ball. And so Stephanie is the designated player once again for the Jaguars. Kind of expected her to be pitching in the second game, but no, they're going to go back with Gutierrez Urban for back-to-back starts, as that one misses for a ball 2-0. That's not uncommon in softball. With her being the designated player, that means she can warm up in the bullpen during the outing whenever she wants. So if Gutierrez Urban gets in trouble, Troja would be the relief pitcher to come in.
And like you said in the first game, there's only 2 players with pitching stats, so why not use the first pitcher in the first game, and like you said, use Stephanie as a reliever.
So quick 3-0 count to the dangerous Troja. She wasn't much of a factor offensively in that first game. And misses high yet again. So McGraw's been missing high so far in this start. Be something to watch out as the game progresses, if her command gets back in the strike zone.
Next up to bat, number 6.
A very early meeting
Maddie
right now
Carlson.
here in the first inning.
And how often as a catcher do you kind of notice if if the starting pitcher is missing some mechanical issues with their delivery? How easy is it to like spot early on?
Sometimes I could tell on just where they're throwing the ball. Like if a righty's throwing it up and in, it normally means that they're flying open. So sometimes I'll just run out there and tell them to stay closed, and then they'll make the adjustment.
Yeah, obviously different with the release point being underhanded in softball, but perhaps Selden along those lines notices something that is causing McGraw to miss so high so frequently. And so now 2 runners on, 2 outs. Nothing score as that pitch in there for a strike. In McGraw's outings in relief, she often starts with that. It's either a changeup or a sinker to steal strike 1. A lot of times pitching backwards where you expect a fastball to establish the strike zone early on, but instead it goes with something off speed to steal strike 1, get ahead of the count. But there, 0-1 missed. 1-1 count. Next pitch. In
Nice
there
pitch.
for strike 2. So attacking Maddie Carlson, the third baseman, instead of Troja.
I mean, there's a runner on first with a double play still in Act 2.
Yeah, and there's 2 outs, though.
Oh, I'm
Spencer,
sorry. I was
yeah.
looking up at our score.
It's okay. Who's on the scoreboard
I'm over
there?
2. It's okay.
Just
Oh, wow.
missed. Yeah, not sure about that one, but
What would you say if you were in that situation, if you were the catcher and that just missed?
I would just ask him where that missed, and then depending on what he tells me, because sometimes they'll tell you, oh, that was low, but when it was actually outside.
that one hit well off the end of the bat, though. Diving play. That is going to be in fair territory, so it gets past Schlotman. 1 run will score. Rounding third and scoring a second run is Troja. And into third with a stand-up triple is Carlson. So San Jose strikes first in this top of the first inning. As Schlotman, it was a really close play there, and she made a lunging effort just out of her reach.
Yeah, it was a great effort by her. And then
24.
when the ball went past her, that's
Amber
when
Human.
the second run could score because no one was, getting the ball. Obviously, the shot then bounced up, got the ball, but too late in that
And
sense.
it's impossible for the center fielder to really back up that play as
Yeah.
well down that left field line. It's pretty much an all or nothing play when she lays out like that. And so able to take third is Carlson. Amber Human getting a couple spots bump up in the batting order as she was the 8th hitter the first game here, batting 6th, playing second base. Also plays third, but here getting the start at second. 2 runs have come across against Courtney McGraw. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0. So I'm meeting now with Nikki Gentile.
This is the second mound visit.
Yeah, we like to keep track now with the new baseball rule, even just for fun, you know.
Yeah.
So they're down to 3, just saying. I meant 4.
I'm a skateboarder.
Dylan Collins on PA correcting Silwatt's math there.
0 for 3. It's okay, guys. I'll bounce back.
So the home plate umpire is going to break up this meeting after Coach Nikki Gentile had a meeting, and then the infield had one as well.
Take him out the game, coach. Sub. I want to sub in Anthony Williams for Solano Falcons. Calling in the pitch broadcast.
All right, so 2-0 count. We saw what meetings did for Schlottman in the first game, and she came off of meetings very strong in the strike zone. Let's see if McGraw can do the same here. That one hit well. Back goes Schnur, and she is under it for out number 3. So San Jose scores 2 in the top of the first. When we come back in the bottom of the first, top of the lineup for the Falcons, Ortega, Schnur, and Selden.
Santiago Ortega, second base, St. Mary's High School.
Didn't see you there. Molly Schnur, center field, Napa High School.
Elena Selden, catcher, Rodriguez High School. Lexi Babrica, third base, Vintage High School. Oh, hey. Courtney McGraw, pitcher, Vacaville High School.
Breeder Schlottman, left field, Benicia High School.
Taya Collier, shortstop, Wilsey Wood High School.
Adriana Montuya, American Canyon High School.
Alyssa Castaneda, right field, Sheldon High School.
First base, Wilsey Wood High School.
All right, we are back in the bottom of the first. Falcons down 2-0.
Ortega.
So Santi Ortega, who led off last game, had a leadoff double to lead the game in game 1 of this doubleheader here. Playing second once again. Facing Troja. So Stephanie Troja is out on the mound. Strike 1 to Ortega.
Santi Basil Ortega.
Yeah.
That's her nickname today.
If she was like British, it'd be Basel.
Okay.
So,
Also, a spy told me what your nickname is, by the way.
oh, she got inside information between the games? Uh-oh.
You know, I do my research.
Which is what?
Yogi.
Oh, yeah. Did Bobby tell you that one?
Yeah, he did. I probably shouldn't rat out my sources, but it's okay.
Yeah, especially when they come in the booth later in the game.
Yeah.
Well, since he's not here to defend himself, any information you'd like to reveal about Bobby?
Yeah, I'm starting to think of some stuff.
Okay. 1-2 count to Ortega.
Can I ask why your nickname is Yogi?
Those picnic baskets.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was really into dirt biking, and there was a guy named Ezra Lusk, and his nickname was Yogi, so I just kept like saying, "Oh, Yogi, Yogi." So my dad just called me that.
Okay. So it's a family nickname.
Yeah.
No one calls you that.
No, just him.
Well, I'm gonna now, so.
And you're a Yankee fan, so it
Yeah,
works.
Yogi
Yeah,
Berra.
yeah.
Next up.
Wow, I like that. I didn't think of that. Also, my
Number
dog's named
5.
Yogi, so.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Molly.
But after
that's such
the cartoon.
such a weird information to tell a person.
My dog's
Hey, my
named-
dog's named after your nickname too.
My dog's cute. It's okay.
So Molly Schnur, not speaking of dogs because she loves cats, as that one's bunted to Troja. She has to make a spinning throw, but gets her. That's a very difficult play for a left-handed pitcher to make that spin throw. But she gets her for out
Next
number
up to
1.
bat, Number
Yeah, I'm definitely
15.
biased toward left-handed pitchers, so
Elena,
anything that they do, I
the
always have to
rushing
glamorize it
quarterback,
extra. And that was just a great play.
Selden.
I bet the left-handed underhand from softball, you know, it's, so Elena Selden trying to shake off a rough first game for the Solano Falcons' best hitter. Didn't get a hit as she looks at her first pitch ball.
That was a bit close.
Yeah, don't expect that to be a trend though. Selden very dangerous at the plate. And so far, the home plate umpire's strike zone seems to be pretty closed in, not giving too many corners.
Yeah, which can be frustrating for a pitcher and a hitter because now as a hitter you swing on anything because it could be called strike 3, or as a pitcher you're going to attack certain zones that you wouldn't normally just because you're not getting those called strikes.
That one hit well in the center. Resendez is underneath it though for out number 2.
Next up to the plate, number 7, Alexa, the finicky Fennel Paprika.
Lexi Vavrica. So, Dylan, let me ask you, what's today's theme for the nicknames?
Adjective foods.
Adjective foods.
Really.
That is so
Tomatoes,
weird.
rutabaga, fennel, carrots, broccoli, tomato, and spinach. Don't forget celery and Leah beats Kim.
I feel like you guys could have done better, but it's okay. It's a doubleheader.
Yeah, I mean, she could have been like, she could have been Paprika Vavrika.
Paprika Paprika. You should have rhymed.
Should have rhymed. I know, and we could go with like Molly Cumin Schnur.
Wow.
You know?
I guess Brian's doing everyone's job tonight.
I'm just giving you inspiration for the next one.
I'm now salty.
Yeah.
Dylan Salty Collins.
Hey.
That next pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 count to Vavrica. Runner at second in Ortega. That pitch misses away. Ortega's going to take third as he gets past Sachdeva.
Is it hard to watch when you see a pass ball as a catcher?
Nah, just because I understand. Like, sometimes it happens.
So even count 2-2. Deuce is wild.
Oh, Deuce is wild. You're right.
That one right back up the middle. So Vavrica drives home Ortega with a 2-out knock. Cuts the deficit in half. Solano now trails 2-1.
So I know Deuce is wild. You guys do, and it's 2-2 the count with 2 outs. What do you guys do with the arrow? I see that a lot.
Yeah, that's just like a little ritual, I guess, or you like skim across your hat or something on.
So it's like either or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Courtney McGraw, starting pitcher, be batting 5th here. That one in there for a strike. So in the past doubleheaders we've seen against Aloni, there's been a lot of change in the lineup, but here, same batting lineup for the exception of Montoya is a designated player instead of Batto. As that one back up the middle, great glove hand stop by Troja, and that gets out number 3. Not before the Falcons scratch across a run here in the bottom of the first. They trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the second with Amber Human, Mia Nowak, and Becca Ralston due up.
Hi, this is Nikki Requeijo with your Solano College update. Come support our Solano Community College Environmental Club at the Earth Week fundraiser. Participate at the Hydro Flask raffle or buy a planting kit. Proceeds will go towards the new hydration station for the 600 building. So join us this April 24th and 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 1400 building lobby and have a blast at the Earth Week fundraiser. This was Nikki Requeijo with your Solano College update. So let's get back to the games, Falcons.
little correction from my outro. It's not going to be Human. Leading off is going to be Nowak, Ralston, and Landrum. 7, 8, 9 do up for the Jaguars as Human flew out to end the last half inning. McGraw will look to have a less stressful half inning of work here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, the lead was cut down by 1 now, so it's a little less stressful.
Yeah, you got to expect San Jose's offense to pick back up to where it's normally at. It was just a great effort from Schlottman to hold that offense to just 1 run, but definitely has great offensive numbers on the season as Nowak looks at a pitch for a ball. 1-0. Pitch from McGraw. This is outside, or actually catches the corner.
I was just gonna say, feels like opposite day with those that actually hit the corners getting called balls and vice versa.
Yeah, that's I think the one bad part about being way up here in the press box. It's kind of hard to see the corners. But we got the center field camera, so that caught the corner.
It's a little outside, but that's why I'm not an umpire.
1-2.
What's your strike zone, Brian?
I'm
a high person. I anything in the belt.
Oh, see, I'm opposite. I'll probably be a low ball umpire. That one grounded back to the pitcher McGraw for the out.
Are you a low or high ball?
Next up to bat.
I would say low.
Okay, 2 against 1. That's fine.
I mean, the knee is just such like a good frame for like a strike, you know?
Well, I mean, I'll still call knees like strikes, of course, but you know how sometimes belt highs don't get called strikes?
Yeah.
Depending on the person, too, and how they wear their pants, but...
Yeah.
And like how they crouch down in their stance, too. It's kind of a lot more difficult as Ralston swings and misses 0-1.
Or you can just do the Hunter Pence, and wear his pants like so high in the socks, so it's kind of a weird strike zone.
Yeah. I didn't realize that he did that for an optical illusion to make it look like balls like at his knees looked lower than his knee.
I think at first it was a style thing, and then he realized like pitches were being called or balls or whatever, so he tried to minimize it. Yeah, which is smart. You have to adapt and overcome in certain situations. That's what he did.
Yeah, how'd he play? 0-2 count to Ralston.
I'm sure a Red Sox player or whatever does something cool, but no one really cares.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Probably not.
No comment. That one is flown out to Schlottman. Oh, and it goes off of her glove. Ralston going to try and take second, and she will. So that's the second time we've seen a Falcon defender the ball squirt out of the glove. And so that error will allow Ralston to head over to second. And see, you start bashing the Red Sox, bad things happen.
Okay, let's calm down. I'm pretty sure the Yankees are going to win the division. Stanton's going to win MVP.
Are you sure that we're not going 116-2?
Actually, from what I'm seeing so far, it's been really good. I still don't get the JD Martinez pickup. Like, it was so random, but it's worked out well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for like 2 years and then be terrible in like years 3, 4, and 5 when he gets like escalators and stuff like that.
So the Ellsbury deal for the Yankees, basically. Yeah. No offense.
That's all right.
He's not Brian Cashman. He didn't sign him to that. So that one line to Collier, and she gets the double play. So that will do it for the Falcons as a line-out double play. Landrum to Collier. Collier tags out Ralston. So unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning as we head to the bottom of the second with Schlottman, Collier, and Montoya due up.
Hi, this is Nikki Requeijo with your Solano College update. Need a little help with food for the weekends or know someone that does? Any student who has a need may come to the Student Life office in Building 1400 across from the bookstore in the Fairfield main campus and receive a bag of food. This free service is offered between noon and 5 p.m. You will need to sign your name and print your student ID number, and will be asked to bring your empty bag when you return for more food. To our students who do not have a residence, you will receive a bag containing food that will not need to cook or refrigerate. So if you need help with food or know someone that does, come and visit us at the Student Life office. This promotion is offered by the ASSC. This was Nikki Requeijo with your Solano College update. Thank you, Falcons, and let's go back to the game.
We are back in the bottom of the second inning. Schlottman, who definitely loved that double play more than anybody after that ball squirted out of her glove. And she's doing a little dance.
How can you not like her? She's just, I just love her so much.
Always keeps it loose there.
Jared, you dance, right?
Nope.
So we didn't catch. No, it wasn't him. Who was dancing? Remember 2 years ago to the Backstreet
Wyatt?
Boys?
Wyatt,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that.
As Troja throws out Schlottman.
I'm pretty sure I saw you crank some moves.
Maybe in
I don't know if
between innings when I'm catching. Just like,
Number 13.
Might be wishful thinking.
Taya. A quick tomato. Collier.
So,
Quick tomato?
yeah.
What's quick tomato?
It's tomato that's very fast. Yeah.
Dylan, can you explain to us what a quick tomato?
You wouldn't believe the ketchup speed when that is made into ketchup, as that one
Okay.
in there, I believe, for a strike.
Okay.
Never gotta catch up.
So Troja ahead in the count of Collier, who had the big hit, was our best by player of the game last game. That goes off of the glove of Human. So Collier reaches.
Yeah, in the first game we
Next
saw a
up
lot
to
of
the
clean
plate.
defense, and so far in this game we saw
Number
a few
26.
errors.
Yeah, and I think
Adriana.
for those doubleheaders,
The speedy
you kind of
spinach
relax for that 15, 20
Booyah.
minutes. Maybe you kind of cool down a little bit more, and it takes a little bit to get back into your rhythm.
yeah.
How do you feel about doubleheaders in baseball, Jared?
They're long.
Montoya hits it over the third. They get one over at second base. Montoya is going to beat that throw out, though, to advance.
Have you guys had a doubleheader this season?
No. I don't
No.
think we have.
Good for you, though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that means you would have caught both games.
Number 1. Alyssa. The Great Celery Castaneda.
The Great Celery Castaneda. I feel like they gave up on nicknames at this point.
I was about to say, yeah.
Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, peanut butter and celery is a good snack. Ants on a log, if you want to include some raisins, as Castaneda pokes that in the left field.
Me and Brian on the same.
Wait, repeat the nickname to me again.
The great celery?
The Great?
Great.
Next
Great.
up to the
I've
plate.
never heard of it.
Number 2.
Just fantastic celery.
Okay, never mind.
Short basil.
I feel like
Ortega.
everyone's out to get me today.
But it's not like grating cheese. It's like just like great, you know?
Okay, I'm sorry. What's your nickname, Brian?
Oh, so it'd be what, a vegetable and an adjective? The splendiferous
Okay.
star fruit.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
It's dragon fruit. An amazing avocado.
What about you, Saad? What's your food and adjective?
I was gonna say something mango because I love mangoes.
The manic mango.
The
The maniacal mango, as that one is dribbled over to third. Unable to get her footing is Carlson, so Ortega will reach.
that's just a helpless play right there. She made the play, but like you
Next
said, just
up
couldn't
to
get up.
bat. Number 5.
But thankfully for
Molly.
San Jose, the ball didn't go out, so it prevented from a run to score. And so it's just bases loaded, one out, and a double play is still there to be played.
Yeah, so I believe that there's 2 outs, though.
Okay,
Again,
Bobby, if you're listening, please do better.
That one is fouled off. 0-1.
From my angle, I can't really see home plate, so I'm just looking at the screen, and I just see one out.
Yeah, Montoya is
Figure it
over at
out.
second. Montoya is at third, Castaneda at second, and Ortega at first. Schlottman grounded out on a bunt attempt. Collier reached on an error, but Montoya took her place on a fielder's choice.
I'm just not going to talk about outs anymore, double plays.
That one hit to the shortstop. That rolls up her arm, but great job of staying with the play, and she goes the short way to get Ortega at second. So 3 runners are stranded for the Falcons. They still trail 2-1 as we head to the top of the third.
Hey everybody, this is Omar Rodriguez with the Solano College Sports Network. Priority registration has begun and open registration starts May 3rd. If you or anyone you know are interested in a career in sports broadcast, you'll want to check out COM 80B over the summer and also COM 75A and COM 80A during the fall. COM 75A focuses more on working in front of the cameras and doing actual broadcasts. COM 80A focuses more on the TV production side and behind the scene action. I am Omar Rodriguez, and this has been a Solano Update.
Top of the third with the top of the lineup for the Jaguars as you get a look at the outfield. Schlotman, Schnurr, and Castaneda. Spencer, Resendez,
Number 12.
and Sachdeva are the 3 due up. Spencer grounded out in her first at-bat. She was 2 for 4 in the first game of this doubleheader. So McGraw getting set with her first pitch in moments with the corner infielders playing in with Favrica and Kimball. First pitch from McGraw. And off the end of the bat, past Collier, though, for a single. So she rips a first pitch single for a leadoff hit for the San Jose Jaguars. So Lily Respendez, center fielder. She struck out her first at-bat.
Probably going to bunt right here.
Yeah, play that small ball, and she is squaring around a bunt. Pulls it back, though. Slapped it. Kimball over to Ortega. Go wide of Ortega, so that's going to allow an extra base for Spencer.
Next up to bat.
And that's sorry, and that's just the hard part about having such a short second baseman.
Exactly, yeah.
That the target is not that big to throw to. It's like catch radius in football when wide receivers can lunge out on each side. No? Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Just kind of looked at me. I got nothing out of that facial expression, so I'm going to move on to the third place hitter, Natasha.
A wide receiver is a
Sachdeva.
person that catches the ball, right?
Yeah.
And then the running back's the one that runs with it.
Mm-hmm.
And a quarterback throws it.
And tight ends are what?
They're at the end, and then they
Very tight.
converge,
Yeah.
and then they try to take out a person that has the ball.
No,
So you're welcome.
No. They're on offense. They want to catch
Oh, are
the
you
ball.
serious?
Yeah.
Tight ends are on offense?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since always, since the history of football. As that one is fouled by Sachdeva.
And that sounds fake, but I'm going to let you keep that.
This is a new segment on our broadcast, is teach so what other sports.
I've been watching a little basketball. By watching, I mean like watching Joel Embiid. Is that his name?
Yep.
With his mask. That's about it.
That is a funky mask.
I love him. He's so funny.
It's one of the best troll nicknames of Web Embiid because he gets hurt so often. As that snap throw over to Selden, over to Vavrica.
Does he get hurt often?
Yes. He missed his first 2 years in the league, I think, with foot injuries.
Dang. I know what a triple-double is, though.
Yeah? It's a burger
when-
at In-N-Out. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like any of you guys here.
That one is lined animal style to Taya Collier for out number 1.
Brian is not on a roll. No, he's not. He stole my joke. I was going to say it, but you were quicker.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie Foja.
I'm watching hockey, too. That makes you feel anything.
Who are you rooting for in hockey?
Sharks?
Sharks.
Bandwagon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I root for the Bay Area
I mean,
team, so
the
thank
truest
you.
bandwagon would be a Golden Knights fan.
A true bandwagon would be a Yankees fan,
Yeah.
but let's
I feel
not
like
go down
I've been
there.
a Golden Knights fan for years now. Like, they've always been my team, and just be like, yeah.
For years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mean this year?
I really do like their business philosophy, because they absolutely took advantage of the drafting process for expansion drafts, because they would pick players that they knew the teams would want to keep. And the way the expansion draft worked, if you wanted to keep the player, you send them compensation. So they get like extra first-round picks for players that they knew they weren't going to get, but they would get something back for them, and then they flip those picks for extra players. They absolutely work the system. McGraw, pitch in the dirt, low and away to Troja, 1-1.
And I'm just trying to
1-2, excuse me.
improve. See, you messed up now.
Yeah. I was on my Golden Knights soapbox, you know, giving them praise.
Basketball is hard to watch, and football is, I don't like it. It's boring. I just like baseball, and I stick to that.
And softball is pretty entertaining as well, as
Oh,
Troja
definitely.
looks at that 2-2 pitch. So McGraw has another pitch to play with, try to put away Troja.
There is one out, right?
Yes,
Just
there is
making
one out.
sure. Okay.
Yes. Andy's on the case now, as that one is hit well over the head of Castaneda. That is over the wall for Troja's 9th home run, as a 3-run shot for the Jaguars puts them ahead 5-1.
Her 9th home run and the 14th overall for San Jose.
So Troja increases her lead in the conference in the Coast South with her 9th home run, and that's going to bring in Adriana Montoya. So Resendez scores, as well as Spencer. And so McGraw gets lifted. Montoya is going to get some warm-up tosses here in the third.
Just in the second game, San Jose just had her number. They just kept attacking her.
Yeah, and that just shows the kind of offense that San Jose had, like talking about the 18 runs in 2 games previous to this doubleheader. Obviously has a ton of offensive firepower here, scoring 5 in the first 3 innings. 1 out, so 2 1/3 for McGraw, 5 earned runs. Not exactly the starting outing that the Falcons would want, but by no means are they out of it. It's only the 3rd inning. They still have 5 innings of offense, and we saw what type of offense they had in the first game. So it's up to Montoya to really come out of the bullpen and be a steadying force on the pitcher's circle.
Yeah, emphasis on steady. You just have to keep these bats steady, like we said in the first game. Yeah, and the bats for Solano have to kind of wake up too. I feel like you said when they took that little break, maybe they're just a little tired, and rightfully so, playing a doubleheader.
So a little countrified welcome for Montoya.
Did I ask you what your walk-up song would be? I have, right?
Yeah, I can't remember what I always tell you some joke answer that I can't remember.
I think you said "Staying Alive."
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
Okay. I'm so stressed out.
I'll filibuster while you think.
Thank you.
Because Staying Alive has that good beat to walk to, so you can walk to the beat of it.
Let me see.
I'm also a fan of pro wrestling, so like any sort of like entrance music would be dope. Like I think Kellen Salampa, when he pitched here, his entrance from the bullpen was like Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think. That was a pretty dope entrance, if I do say so myself.
I would do "Nice for What" for Drake, or Chun Li, the new Nicki Minaj song. I've been liking those songs. Or Plug Walk, but you have that, so I can't take that too.
Yeah.
And were you saying that Jared changed his song multiple times this year? Or
Yeah, well, I was confused because I was like writing something down on the scorebook, and then they're playing the walk-up song, and I was like, oh, who's this new person late in the season? And I see number 23. I'm like, oh, it's Jared. He just changed the song. And it was just weird because I associate him with his old walk-up song. I don't know. That's it. Just threw me off.
So the first pitch, Montoya to Carlson, is in there for a strike. Do you give much thought to the walk-ups on Jared?
Yeah, it definitely has to be the one. 'Cause
that one lifted well into the outfield. That's gonna hit off the base of the fence out there, kicked around by Schnurr. Schlottman gonna throw it into Collier. So Carlson will get a one-out double as the offense continues for the Jags.
Yeah, your teammate Justin Brown had that. What was that song called?
This is Man's World.
Mhm.
James Brown. Or
yeah.
24.
I really liked it. But I was for baseball. I feel like.
Yeah, if I thought he was gonna go James Brown, I thought he'd go I Feel Good because that's that up tempo, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. But now he has Linkin Park, which is like another kind of downer song.
I wouldn't ever guess him having that.
Exactly. And then everyone else, I love Roberto and Isaiah Verrett's walk-up song. I love anything that's like Spanish. Can I understand it? No, but I love it.
But you can shimmy to it.
Got a good beat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As Montoya misses to Human. 1-0.
And Nick Dodson changed his song to the
Sandlot.
Yeah.
I think that was the song Schlottman was dancing to. It's also the tequila song.
You said that last time and you got really mad. You're like,
'cause
actually.
Everyone's like, it's the Sandlot song. It's the Sandlot song. I was like, no, it's the Pee Wee Herman tequila song.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
Yeah. 1-1 count to Human. Carlson over at second base. It's the 5-1 ball game in game 2 of this doubleheader.
That was a double you scored it as, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I know there was a little mishap over there with Schnurr.
Yeah, if she had gotten a third, I would have said a double and an error, but because...
Yeah, it would have been a double regardless.
That one's fouled off 1 and 2.
I'm interested to see what that guy's looking for in right field in the grass. Maybe thinking the ball went over there or something. Straight across.
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably shouldn't say this, but one time someone fouled off a ball and a parent gave it to me to give it to you guys, but I kept it. and then I think I talked to Dotson or somebody on the team and I was like, oh, can I have a ball? And they're like I wish, but we keep count. And then I felt really guilty because you guys might get in trouble if you're down by 1.
Yeah,
so that
we
one's
would.
fouled off. So you're just admitting it now on a broadcast. You know, season's almost done.
Exactly.
Statute
Slempo
limitations
likes me. He won't yell at me.
We need that ball back.
Yeah, by the way, this is really, this whole entire doubleheader is just a way to ask for the ball back.
It's in my room.
That one low in the dirt, trickles away from Selden. That's going to allow Carlson to advance 90 feet, 60 feet.
90 feet. I said that earlier in the season. I said 90 feet, and no, it's 60.
So full count to Human. Montoya trying to get out of this inning. That one low. Easy take for Human. Good block by Selden as well. As we talked about with Jared, you want to block all those balls with a runner at third.
Yeah.
Next up
So
to the plate,
Human walks.
number 18.
Going to bring up the 7th Jaguar hitter
Nowak.
with Mia Nowak.
In this situation, Jared, with runners on the corners, 1 out, what's your mentality?
As a catcher? It's still pretty early in the game. Right now, I'd just say try to get it out if the runner on first tries to steal second, so just try to throw him out.
Oh, so you're going to forget about the runner at third, basically?
Yeah, it's still pretty early.
Good healthy lead.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Get the out, basically.
Yeah. Or, there's 3 different plays for, a first and third situation. So there's, the catcher throws it down, and then if the person on third takes off and goes home, that the second baseman would come in front and then cut the ball off and throw it home.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A little deke. Try to draw that third base runner as Human tries to score. Selden tries to throw her out, and it's going to bounce out of the glove of Collier. So unfortunate bounce there. And doesn't look like Carlson has a ton of speed over at third.
Yeah, because she didn't even attempt to take off there.
Yeah, and sometimes if you're San Jose, you'd want to get that runner in a pickle, perhaps, and try to get the third base runner to come in as you just basically buy time until you're out. So you trade the out for the run. But they have a nice 4-run cushion. trying to add more now with 2 runners in scoring position for Nowak. And we were always talking about styles, so while you were gone, mentioned like suns out, guns out with Nowak with their sleeves all pushed up.
I like that.
That one bunted right back to Montoya. She throws home, and she's safe. Yeah, not just the situation. There was 2 outs. It was right back to her. She threw into first. It would have gotten out of the inning. Is there only 1 out?
Next up to bat.
I'm seeing 1 out on the score.
22.
You say
Becca.
I say
Okay.
I have 2. I have a line out from Sejdiva and a 3 unassisted from Resendez.
Hey Mac, instead of talking, can you tell us? Just kidding. Can you tell us how many outs there are?
Oh wait.
Okay. Yeah. Because Brian says there's.
because she scored. Never mind. There's 1 out, as that one fouled.
Brian, how does it feel to be like me now? Be wrong.
So you are wrong.
Well, I was wrong earlier. Yeah. Which
doesn't feel
isn't
good.
usual.
Can I be myself and right all the time again?
That's actually Chris. He's supposedly always right.
Oh,
knows
is he?
everything.
I think he would agree with you and say you're right. So that brings up Becca Ralston.
Brian, I'm still making those T-shirts.
What T-shirts?
Team Chris, Team Sawad.
Oh. That one hit well, but foul.
Just to go back on the play with Adriana, I'm still kind of confused on, even if there's 1 out to go home, I'd always, like Jared was saying, that it's still so early in the game, you want to get the shirt out at first.
Yeah. In her defense, she was pretty close to...
And the momentum was taking her home, yeah.
So that kind of split decision making, your instincts kind of take over and you make the easiest throw. As that one chopped to Vavrica, she looks back, the runner at third. So it's going to advance Nowak over to second.
That was a good play.
Yeah, really good from Vavrica to check back on Human, make sure she doesn't score on that ground out. So Haley Landrum, the 9th batter of the inning. So 6-1 ball game. That one misses for a ball.
Yeah, the inning started with McGraw, and in the inning had the home run, which was 5-1, and now 6-1 with that play at home.
That one fouled off 1-1. Yeah, Troja hit that 3-run shot off McGraw, and Montoya came in. She gave up a double to Carlson. She walked Human. Fielder's choice to Nowak, and then Ralston grounded out. So trying to hold this deficit to just 6-1 as that one bunted back to Montoya. Vavrica actually going to scoop it to home. Too high of a throw, so that's going to allow another run in Nowak. So Nowak scores, Human scores, and that crooked number from San Jose has risen to 6 runs in this 3rd inning. As good heads-up play as well for Landrum, getting all the way to 3rd. And so, Falcons.
Next up to the plate, number 12.
This is not the half inning that they wanted to see.
Nah. Should have just tried to go on to 1 on that since there's 2 outs. That run would have meant anything.
Yeah, with such a risky play as well to go with the glove flip as well,
Yeah.
you have to really control that.
Yeah, it's hard to glove flip, especially if it's not, you don't go to practice and just start glove flipping. I mean, a lot of people do it, but it's hard to glove flip.
Yeah, especially third baseman too, because you don't see too many opportunities to do that. It's more of like a second baseman, shortstop to each other. As that glove flip was really high and went over the glove of Selden, so that allowed another run to score. And so Schlottman coming in relief. So Montoya only gets a third of an inning under her belt. 3 runs have scored. But I don't believe that the two, at least the last one, wouldn't be charged to her based off the error from Vavrica. So probably 2 earned runs with 3 runs given up so far. So Schlotman coming in from left in the pitch. We'll see who becomes the left fielder. They have a couple different options. And I believe the score is 8-1. Because 2 scored in the first inning, and now 6 here in the third. Thank you, Andy. All right, so we're back to the top of the lineup with Keelan Spencer. She led off this inning with a single and scored on the Troja 3-run home run. She also singled twice off of Schlotman in Game 1 of this series. That one low and in.
Nice block.
You gotta believe that it's Schlotman didn't expect to come into pitch in this one.
Yeah, especially after throwing 7 innings before.
Yeah, so she has to refocus back in the circle. Getting the strike zone here. 1-0. That one lifted to left. That one's gonna charge in and boot foul.
You have old people though. Brianna knows how to take that and make it into a good thing in a sense.
And so McGraw, who started the game out pitching, is back out and left. So this is the exact starting lineup for the last game as is in this game. Except now Montoya is at first for Kimball. That one hit into center. Schnur underneath it for out number 3. But not before San Jose tacks on 6 runs in this top of the third inning. When we come back in the bottom of the third, it will be 3-4-5 for the Falcons. Selden, Vavrica, and McGraw.
Hi, I'm Lexi Vavrica, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Courtney McGraw, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brianna Schlotman, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Part of the lineup for the Falcons with Selden
Next up to the plate,
facing Troja.
number 15.
Troja got plenty of run support. 3 of them off her own bat, hitting a 3-run bomb. Now Elena Selden trying to claw back in this one. Like I said, they've only had 2 innings of offense for the Falcons. Still plenty of time to try to chip away at this big lead as that one hit sharply to the shortstop. She stays under it nicely, and strong throw from Spencer to get Selden for out number 1.
Yeah, Selden hasn't been what we've been talking about, especially since the first game. Just hasn't really found her momentum yet. But the game's still early.
Next up to the plate.
So she still has time at least.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 now in this game. And in the first game, she was 0 for 3.
And 0 for 5 on the night. That's not going to sit well. Have you ever had a sombrero this year at least?
No, I've had 2 in a game, and
That's
I thought
the
I was
most.
going to lose my mind.
As Vavrica looks at that pitch for a ball, 1-0.
I was going to ask such a dumb question. It's like, have you ever broke a bat with your knee, but they play with metal bats? And if you did that, that'd be kind of scary.
Yeah.
I've tried to do it with a wood bat, and it hurts.
Like for fun or when you're really mad?
Just for fun. Maybe it's different because your
The
adrenaline.
adrenaline, yeah.
But
Just do the Carlos Gomez and just do it.
yeah, or the Bo Jackson
The Bo
over the head.
Jackson. Don't do that. You're
That
going to
would-
get a
that would be pretty
concussion.
cool.
Oh, my goodness.
That one misses in the dirt, 2-1.
Have you ever struck out and, like, went on your knees or anything, like, dramatic? Like, you kind of buckled your ankles in a sense?
Yeah, I've definitely been fooled on a strikeout. And
Is it embarrassing when you're walking back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's embarrassing just even when you just strike out normally.
Do you remember your first, like, good curveball that you ever saw that just fooled you?
Yeah, we were playing in Tennessee when I was 14, and we were facing this kid he was like 6'4", and he was throwing like 90 at 14, and his curveball was so good, and it just buckled me. It was literally right down the plate, and I just walked back to the tee.
So Vavrica gets the walk. So with one out, it's going to bring up Courtney
Number
McGraw.
18, Courtney Baby Carrots.
You know, you're left-handed. You kind of crowd the plate, not too dramatic. But do you get scared sometimes when there's an inside fastball, like to your elbow?
Well, I wear the elbow guard, so
Does it really do anything?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
That one chopped to third base side, but foul.
Well, you know how some people wear like the chin guards and stuff, and they foul it off, and you can still feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you definitely still feel it, but when you get hit in the elbow by just with nothing there, it is the most painful thing.
That or getting foul tip to the toe, like when you're catching.
It's when you get foul tipped, it's like more of your legs or like an arm when you get hit. Not so much the toes because we have the toe.
Oh, that's right.
Do you ever get it like a backswing too? And
Oh,
like,
yeah, I've had that so many times this year. It happened 4 times in one game. I got hit in the head twice, in the arm, and in the shoulder.
Do you tell those guys to calm down?
Yeah.
Do you say it in like angry, or do you like, okay, can you?
I say it angry.
That one chopped over. Gonna be booted by Carlson at third. So McGraw reaches. So a nice
Next up to the
back-to-back
plate,
base runner
number 16,
rally going here in the bottom of the third.
The big broccoli Schlotman.
So let's see if Brianna Schlotman can help herself now that she's back on the mound offensively.
She went 3 for 3 in the first game. She had a
Mhm.
pretty good game, pitching wise and offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's been the best player of the game in our past broadcasts.
She's a ball of energy. I love talking to her.
That one misses for a ball. 1-0.
The
And-
thing that I love about softball, just to go back on looks, is they all wear like the high socks, and like stirrups are just always cool. I know you don't wear stirrups or high socks, but you still have time to fix that.
That one off the end of the bat of Schlotman, but that's going to dribble foul. Yeah, so I was a big stirrup person.
Yes, I am. I still think some players heard me say it and they wore it. Just putting it out there. I'm just kidding. You don't like it because of looks or what?
I'm just more of the pants down, because you always got to worry about pulling your pants up, or if your stirrup pops up from the back, you got to take your cleat off. And
I feel like you're overthinking it.
yeah, maybe. I think the long pants looks better anyways.
Agree to disagree. Well, I've said this before, but when I become, as our ball is high, when I become commissioner of baseball, I'm making everyone wear high socks, and stirrups optional, but highly recommended. That's
Wow.
going to be my first rule.
Okay.
And then I'm bringing back the walks. No more 4 fingers. You actually have to pitch.
Yeah, actually throw the intentional walk.
Yeah. And I'm getting rid of the mound visit.
The limitation.
Yeah. I'm doing everything Rob Manfred is doing now. I'm doing the opposite.
Just reversing everything.
Yeah. Going back.
Oh, you're good.
You're going to go 3.5 hour, 4 hour games. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Did you see the Puerto Rico game? Twins versus Indians?
I heard about it.
It was
just
like 17, 16, something like that.
Didn't Lindor hit a home run?
The first game, yeah. It was a walk-off something for the second game.
Yeah, and Barrios pitched for the Twins.
He's so good. He's one of my favorite players. Him and Aaron Nola, I think, don't get enough credit.
That's a cool last name. Like
Nola?
Yeah, because his parents named him after New Orleans, Louisiana. So they shortened it to Nola. That one hit and jammed. That is going to go over the right field. Oh, and it cannot be made by Nowak. So one run is going to try to come in, and Vavrica, and she scores.
Yeah, I feel like the momentum just took her in an awkward route in a sense, and then the center fielder kind of crossed her up. Maybe she was kind of worried, didn't want to have a collision out there, and that's why the ball kind of popped up.
Yeah.
And it looked like maybe if someone stuck out their glove or could have made the play, but too many things were happening.
Yeah, so something about the softballs, like that's the third time we've seen a ball squirt out of the glove of a defender. And so this time it cost the Jaguars a run, as it is now 8-2 with 2 runners on. It's Collier looks at a ball. She hit a 3-run shot her first game.
The Falcons are laying their eggs.
Okay.
No? Okay, sorry. Did you like that one?
I didn't hear it.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna
You didn't
repeat
miss
it.
much.
Okay.
That one misses low and away. Trying to steal.
Oh.
What a great throw and tag. That was not an easy play, as Spencer was on the move as well. So gun down is McGraw. Schlottman does move up to second, though, on the double steal. So Solano trying to be aggressive on the base pass with a double steal. Schlottman over at second. Now 2 outs for Collier. So looks at that pitch for a ball. 3-0.
Yeah, Collier is trying to collar. Anyway, 3-0 the count. I'm trying. I think my puns in the beginning were really cool, and then now you got in my head, Ryan.
I know.
And then everyone's saying, oh, you're better at puns than me, which is just a lie.
You know, when Randy Johnson buzzes you with like 99 and then throws that slider and on your ankles, gets in your head. And that's basically what my puns do.
You just called yourself Randy Johnson.
Oh, absolutely. I blow pigeons up with my puns.
I agree.
Oh, my. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think my beaver joke was funny, and the Aaron Corral one was pretty
all right,
cool.
you can't
I'm just saying.
go back to the same 2 puns for the entire year.
Oh my gosh. I'm more of a player comp person anyway. Let's just leave it at that. I've been hitting those on the nose. Let's be real.
That one's chopped at third base side. Steps on the bag for out number 3. So Falcons score 1. 8-2 is your score as we head to the top of the 4th with 2-3-4 due up for the Jaguars. Respendez, Sakdiva, and Troja due up.
Hi, my name's Taya Collier. Thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Adriana Montuya. Thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
All right, back here in the top of the 4th, we have a new broadcaster joining us, Bobby Meadows, pitcher for the Solano Falcons. Bobby, welcome to the broadcast.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
What are some of your thoughts from you were on the scoreboard for the first game? What's some of your thoughts for the game 1 and game 2 so far?
I thought they played game 1 really well. The pitcher did a great job, and she is now in the game again for game 2 and got out of the inning for them. So I'm really excited to see what she does for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to believe that she's going to be in the circle for the rest of the game, as the only 3 pitching stats for the Falcons have already been in this game. So fouled off first pitch from Lily Respendez, who is 1 for 2 with the strikeout. She's also scored on a Troja home run. So 0-1 count. Schlottman to Respendez. Vavrica playing in on Respendez as that pitch misses high, 1-1. So, Bobby, as a pitcher, how important is it to start out strong ahead in the count, these 1-1, 0-1 kind of counts?
It just helps that bat go a lot quicker. To be able to get ahead, and it just gives you confidence to throw every other pitch that you have. Just get ahead, let your defense do the work. If they hit it, just trust your defense. Just let them get the outs.
And Schlottman will look to try to get ahead as she fell behind 2-1. That one popped up to the infield. Ortega charges and gets it for out number 1. So good job of Schlottman missing the barrel of the bat there, jamming Respendez for out number 1.
Up to the plate, number 3.
So that brings up Natasha Sachdeva. She's 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored. She also lined out in the 3rd inning. So 1 for 2. So, Bobby, you told us Jared's nickname. You told
Yogi.
Sohad.
Yeah, we played in the same organization growing up, so I kind of knew him as Yogi, and then kind of forgot about it. We went to separate high schools, so when his dad said it the other day, I was like, that was your nickname. I remember it now. So I had to tell the broadcast team.
Yeah, and you've had a couple innings to think of any interesting tidbits about Bobby there, Jared. Got anything for us now that he's in the booth?
Yeah, we just call him short.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, he's a good public speaker, though, so it makes up for it.
Yeah, having Pop's class, definitely I get to try to compete with these guys to be the best public speaker, and Jared's a shy guy, so.
So 0-2 count. That one jammed foul. Staying alive is Sachdeva. So you're always comfortable with public speaking?
Once I get to know the crowd, just depends on the day.
Have you ever had aspirations of being a broadcaster for like sports? I know you're playing baseball, but
not really. Just like in being a pitcher in the bullpen, you have a lot of time to just kind of mess around. And sometimes we, like every other inning, we'll just do our own broadcast just to kind of joke around and let the game go by. But it's fun doing it. I used to do it with my uncle at baseball games.
Do any like character kind of? You have like a Vince Scully impression, Harry Carey?
I know. I like when it's a foul ball.
That one jammed right to Collier for out number 2.
When it's a foul ball, the Giants broadcaster, he's like, it's hit, foul. That kind of like that. That's always been my go-to.
Number 1.
Obviously, it's going, gone. You know, stuff like that. Those are always the good ones.
I like the Bob Euchre just a bit outside.
Yeah,
That's always one.
Wind's blowing out.
Yeah, this girl hit a home run earlier.
Yeah, Troja hit a 3-run shot her last at-bat. She leads her conference in the Coastal South with 9 home runs on the season. And also starting pitcher for this game, too. So looking to help herself with 2 outs against Schlottman. Schlottman continues her strong performance against this club, though. As that one hit the other way, McGraw is back. She can't make the backhanded play, hits off her glove, but Troja's going to stay over at first for a 2-out single. It's going to trickle away from Ortega, but good job from Castaneda to back up that play. So Troja, we saw her pull the ball into the right center field gap for a home run there. Good opposite field approach.
Yeah, putting the ball wherever, going with it.
Carlson.
And maybe the wind played a factor a little bit as well. Help it carry.
Just looking at the trees, it looks like it's pretty windy out there.
It's a lot easier to tell in the baseball field with the flags out to tell what the outfield's doing. How hard is it? Obviously, you're a catcher and you're a pitcher, so you don't have to play the outfield too much. But how hard is it to play at Bill and Louise Yarborough Stadium with the wind so kind of unpredictable at times?
Some days it's just blowing in. Some days it's blowing out. Some days it's no wind at all. But the outfielders do a good job of adjusting just from left, center, and right. It blows differently in the way the ball goes.
That one misses from Schlottman. Jared, as a hitter, have you kind of figured out what parts of the park that you kind of want to stay away from where balls tend to die with fly balls?
Yeah, it just depends on the wind.
Yeah. Next pitch from Schlottman in there for a strike. 2-1. 2 outs. Troja over at first after that loud, long single. Schlottman trying to get out of this inning. 2-1 is jammed, popped up. Ortega is underneath it for out number 3. So that will do it for us here in the top of the 4th inning. When we head back in the bottom of the 4th, 9-1-2 due up with Castaneda, Ortega, and Schnurr.
Hello, fellow Solano College students. I'm Stephen Babb with a campus information update. The main campus in Fairfield has a resource that students should really take advantage of, and that is the Career Center in Building 400, Room 403. The center coordinator, Patricia Young, and her team can help you with everything from learning how to write a resume and how to interview, to connecting you with potential employers and helping you develop along your academic and future career path. So please, my fellow Falcons, take advantage of this valuable and free resource that Solano College has provided for us. That will do it for this campus information update. I'm Stephen Babb.
So Castaneda
up to the plate
in the pitcher in the batter's box, excuse me.
Alyssa
after singling her first at bat. And so Castaneda, Ortega, Schnurr, the 3 due up. First pitch from Troja in there for a strike. And Castaneda is really the only batter in this lineup who does that slap technique where she kind of gets a running head start.
The running start, yeah.
Yeah.
That one fouled off. 0-2. So Troja ahead in the count of Castaneda. Gotta probably believe that she'll attack the outside corner with her momentum of Castaneda going towards first base.
Trying to slap it the other way.
So 0-2. That one inside corner swung over the top of. So Troja gets Castaneda swinging for out number 1. That was a lefty-lefty matchup. The only left-handed batter in the starting lineup for the Falcons was Castaneda.
Ortega.
Yeah, when I was down doing the scoreboard, I noticed that we didn't have any left-handed throwers, and to see a left-handed pitcher for the other team kind of caught me off guard. I've never actually seen a left-handed pitcher in softball before, so.
Yeah, when we did a doubleheader against Ohlone, one of their starters was lefty as well, and it was kind of, you don't sort of expect it. So Ortega facing a 1-0 count. Takes another ball 2-0.
Looks like that wind is picking up. Get something in the air, see if it'll go out.
And Ortega, we saw her put a charge into a double in the first game. They're giving her that gap, though, as it's hit off the end of the bat. She runs right into the first baseman, Ralston.
She was trying to get to first base.
Yeah, Ralston didn't want to tag the bag. She wanted to tag the runner.
Number 5, Molly. Little Cilantro Schnurr.
So, Molly Little Cilantro Schnurr.
Yeah, the nicknames are going crazy today.
Personally, I hate cilantro, but Molly Schnurr is a good player, so. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. Too soapy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it. So 2 outs. Troja looking to protect this 6-run lead as that one's fouled. 1-1. And how much confidence do you have as a pitcher, Bobby, when you have such a cushion offensively to work with when you're out on the mound?
It's always easier to pitch with a lead. Just go out there, throw strikes, let your defense do the work. Obviously, when you're down, you're going to try to do anything you can to get out of the inning.
That one misses for a ball, 2-1. Would you say you get more aggressive because you're not afraid of anything really hurting you, or would you say you get less aggressive because you have such a cushion and things are just kind of going smoothly?
Well, I think you should be aggressive all the time. Just go after the batter, give him your best stuff. But definitely when you have a lead, you feel more comfortable to go ahead and throw curveballs in different situations. But pretty much it should be an open book the whole game.
And so Schnurr is facing a 2-2 count. Troja looking to get a 1-2-3 inning under her belt as this 2-2 pitch is delivered. Hit opposite field is going to hang up, though, for Nowak for out number 3. So Troja gets out of the inning unscathed as we head to the top of the 5th with Human, Nowak, and Ralston due up.
Hello, I am Tyrese here on the Solano College Sports Network with a quick tennis update. The statewide Ojai tournament is approaching next weekend, April 25th, with all the California's D1, D2, D3, and community colleges attending. Solano has 8 of its tennis players qualified for this tournament with good chances of bringing home some trophies. Best of luck, Falcons. Now, back to the game.
Schlotman back for her 9th inning of work total today as she pitched a complete game. Only one run given up in that first game here in relief in her second full inning of work. We'll be facing 6, 7, 8, Human, Nowak, and Ralston as Human is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored.
Sweatpants, man, I'm telling you, bro. Okay, he's 21.
You're not 20, he's 21.
So Schlotman getting set with his first pitch in this half inning. Trying to keep this deficit at 6. That one inside, hits the inside corner for strike one.
Nice pitch there.
Yeah, Schlottmann's done a really good job of controlling both corners this afternoon.
Yeah, you would never see a pitcher pitch in both games in baseball.
Yeah. That one topped over to Collier at short. Strong throw. Good pick over at first. Montoya. This is one of the relief pitchers that came in with a nice snag over at first.
Number 18, Mia Nowak.
So Mia Nowak. 0 for 2. Ground out. Reach on a fielder's choice. RBI. That one bunted at third base side. Vavrica fields in foul territory. Yeah, I swear, there's a show behind the scenes that we need to film one of these days. What happens in the press box as that one is chopped up the middle, past the diving Ortega for a single. As Becca Ralston now
Number 22,
is at the plate.
Becca Ralston.
0 for 2. She reached on an error and grounded out. So 1 on, 1 out. Schlottmann with the pitch. Inside corner for a strike. So 0-1. Ralston looks at that pitch away for a ball. 1-1. So Schlottmann looking to try to potentially get a double play, get out of this inning.
Yep. Just get a ground ball in the infield and let them do their work.
What do you personally try to throw to induce a double play?
Obviously, it'd have to be down in the zone. Curveballs are good unless you leave it up, but try to just have them beat into the ground. Maybe change-ups. Me personally, I'd probably just try to live low with whatever pitch.
And as a hitter, Jared, when you know the pitcher wants that double play, how do you adjust offensively to stay out of that double play?
I normally just try to lower my hands and then just try to look for something up, see if the pitcher will make a mistake.
And that one's lifted into shallow center. Schnurr calls off everyone for out number 2. Throw over, not in time. It's Nowak. Got a little far off of first base.
To bat, number 33, Haley Landrum.
So Haley Landrum, she's 1 for 2. She lined into a double play and she singled. Actually, she tripled, excuse me. So Schlottmann with the pitch. Inside corner, just too far inside. 1-0.
There she is again, living on the corners, and the umpire did not give that one to her.
Yeah, umpire's been pretty consistent on that inside corner, so got to believe that Schlottmann just missed. Schlottmann gets a sign from Selden, the 1-0 pitch. That one lifted into left, going to die right in front of McGraw. Throw over, try to get Nowak, but Nowak dives back in time. So second time, Nowak trying to be a little over-aggressive on the base paths.
Next up to the plate, number 12, Keelan Spencer.
So San Jose trying to look for some 2-out magic here with 2 runners on. And Coach Nikki Gentile is going to call a meeting on the infield. So at this time, Probably good for a station identification. You're watching the Solano College Sports Network. My name is Brian Nelson, joined with a couple of baseball players, Bobby Meadows, pitcher, starting catcher Jared Denning. We were also joined by Soab Alazi to start this game. I'd like to thank you for watching. You can watch all of our content on Solano College Sports Network if you live in Fairfield, Channel 28 on Comcast. And then if you look up Greg Poff on YouTube, user Greg Poff, that's where all of our videos are shown. Join us on Facebook, Solano College Sports Network, and then social media at SCSN Sports on Twitter and Instagram. So Keelan Spencer, the shortstop, 1 for 3. She singled, scored in the third inning. She also flew out in that same inning as they batted around in the third inning. 1 for 3 in this game 2. First pitch from Schlottman. Lifted high. Schnurr broke back, but now breaks in. Oh, and she drops it. So another error for the Falcons defensively. And so Nowak scores. Landrum over to third.
Next up to bat.
It's got to be a little deflating for the Falcons. You think you're out of the inning and then an error happens.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that as a pitcher, Bobby, when something out of your control happens when you think you're out of an inning?
First thing, you just got to pick your teammate up. Just let them know, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get another one right to you. We're going to get out of this inning. Don't worry about it. And then just come right back throwing strikes.
And Spencer stole second on a little delay steal when they threw it back to the infielder, back to the pitcher, Schlottman. Was able to take second.
Delay steal, get the runners in scoring position.
Yeah, now with 2 outs, a base hit should score both runners with Spencer speed. As that one's hit right back up the middle. 1 run to score. They're going to wave home, actually going to hold Spencer, and that was a good decision as Respendez is going to take second on that throw. So they started to wave home Spencer, but they decided to hold her up, and I think Schnurr saw that wave, so she didn't throw to the cutoff man. And with that long throw, Respendez took second easily.
Yeah, that's definitely what an outfielder just sits there and waits. Like, let me get a play at the plate that I could try to throw them out, and it's probably the best feeling in the world.
That one hit to the second base side, past the diving Ortega. Spencer scores. Respendez scores. So 2 more runs come across as San Jose has tacked on 4 runs in this half inning.
Next up to the plate, number 1, Stephanie Troja.
So we're getting very close to a run rule here in this game 2 of this doubleheader. As Solano trails by 10.
Yeah, San Jose kind of came out flat during the first game, not hitting that well. Brianna was also doing a very, very good job on the mound. And now they're just, whatever they did in that game break, they turned it on and started hitting.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes seeing a new face, a new pitcher. And McGraw, they got to her early, giving up 2 runs in the first inning and that 3-run home run in the third. And then Montoya unable to really steady the ship there when she came into relief, gave up 3 runs in her third of an inning pitched as well. And so just give credit to San Jose's offense here this second game. 12 runs on this pitching staff. Very impressive. And probably the best hitter is now at the plate in Stephanie Troja.
You're the reason I'm playing this sport.
So first pitch from Schlottman, fouled off. How you doing over there, Jared?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A little behind the scenes going on.
Yeah. I don't have many questions for him right now. It's a 10-run ball game. That one swung on and missed.
Good pitch.
Strike 2. As Jared said, a very good pitch from Schlottman.
Yep.
Man of many words.
That's right.
As we discussed earlier, great as in fantastic, not great as in like you grate cheese.
Mm-hmm.
A little callback to earlier. So that one was popped up to Collier at short. She puts it away for out number 3. So 4 runs come across for San Jose. They lead by 10 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Hi, my name is Andy Chase on the Solano College Sports Network, here to give you a quick sports update. A big day Wednesday for Solano sports as 6 Falcons signed letters of intent to 4-year colleges. Leon Williams of the men's basketball team committed to Mayville State University in North Dakota. Lizzie Rourke and R.J. Johnson of the women's basketball team committed to William Jessup and Sonoma State Universities respectively. 3 women from the volleyball team signed as well. Jade Horter to Cal State LA, Elena Sibley's to University of Antelope Valley, and Eliza Rollins to Southern Arkansas. We wish our Falcons the very best as they continue their careers. This has been Andy Chase getting you caught up in sport.
All right, back in this bottom of the 5th inning. 3, 4, 5 due up.
Number 15, Elena, the rushing rutabaga, Selden.
Elena Selden, 0 for 2. First pitch from Troja. Hits the outside corner for a strike. Troja been very impressive on the mound for San Jose. I guess not on the mound, in the circle.
On the rubber.
That one chopped over to third. Good hop for Carlson. Throws out Selden for out number 1. So that brings up cleanup hitter Alexa Vavrica. She's 1 for 1 with a single and RBI. She also walked and scored.
Alexa.
So she's having the best offensive game so far in this game too. She's a very versatile player herself. A lot of times she plays third, but she also catches when Selden plays shortstop.
Yeah, this is the first softball game I was able to catch this year. I'm really impressed, actually.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good season for the Falcons, especially considering they're such a young squad. They only have 3 sophomores on the roster, 2 of them who play regularly. And so a lot of positive things to look for in the future for Solano as Vavrica singles with 1 out. And it's hard to not look to the future and be so excited, but obviously they're still playing for playoffs this year as well.
Number 18, Courtney Baby Carrots McGraw.
As Courtney McGraw, who's back in left field after starting the game, digs into the batter's box with a runner on, 1 out. Troja with the first pitch. Outside corner for a strike.
Oh, that looked a little out.
Yeah, I think maybe the umpire with the score. It's not unheard of that you get a little bit more liberal when
he wants to go home.
Second game of a doubleheader. That one chopped foul. Almost hit Coach Nikki Gentile. And she's done a great job with the softball squad. A couple years ago, Terry Pearson Bloom retired, she had a great run as softball coach, a lot of success, a lot of Bay Valley Conference championships, but once she retired, there's a lot of flux with the softball program. Unable to field a team last year, so the fact that she was able to not only field a team this year, but have so much success, it's a real testament to her. As that one away, 1-1. Excuse me, 1-2. As Schlaman is on deck. Troja with a 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. So we'll get our scoreboard up momentarily. It's a 12-2 ball game, as San Jose scored 2 in the first, 6 in the third, 4 in the fifth. Solano scoring in the first and the third. That one chopped foul. And I believe with the advantage that San Jose has right now, should Troja get out of this inning, it would be the end of the game based off the run rules in softball. Troja with the pitch, again, fouled off. So good battle here from McGraw. So what happens as a pitcher when you get in these long battles with a hitter? Do you get frustrated? Do you just want to throw something to just end the at-bat? Or how do you stay focused?
Obviously you want to end that at-bat without throwing a lot of pitches, but when you just have to keep going, getting after them. You can't just take a pitch off and just like, okay, I'm going to throw a ball, or like, let's just get it over with like that. You just want to go with your best stuff and really try to get that put out.
And then as a batter, Jared, do you just want to keep frustrating the pitcher as much as you can, or are you just trying to square something up?
I'm just trying to square something up. Don't want to be too fine or anything, but just let the pitcher know that who's the boss.
As that one is hit past the diving third baseman, Carlson.
And just like that, she showed her who's boss.
So McGraw with the single. Vavrica moves over to second. So with 1 out, Falcons have 2 runners on for Brianna Schlotman.
Next up to bat, number 16, Brianna, the Big Broccoli Schlotman.
So Schlotman reached on an error when she hit a fly ball out to right that popped out of the glove of Nowak. First pitch from Troja in there for a strike. She's been pretty consistent with that first pitch strike as well.
Yeah, get ahead, stay ahead.
Yes.
That one misses outside. 1-1. One pitch. That one fouled off. Giving chases, no walk, but that one's going to be foul. So 1-2 to Schlotman. (12-2) is your score. With 1 out, Vavrica over at second, McGraw at first. Double play gets out of the inning as Troja throws that one and misses. 2-2. So Troja with the 2-2 count. That one hit right back up the middle. Great approach by Schlotman. Coming in to try and score is Vavrica, and she will. So Schlotman gets the RBI single.
Next up to bat, number 13, Taya, the quick tomato
and
Collier.
Vavrica, she kind of hesitated over at third, so it was impressive that she could still slide in there and safely.
With her hesitating, it also made the center fielder kind of hold the ball when she probably should have just thrown it in to hit the cut. If she would have just threw it in, it would have been a lot closer play, and possibly would have just stayed at third.
Yeah, with no momentum, just that flat-footed throw, you don't get much behind that. And so that's going to load the bases, or excuse me, that's going to put runners at first and second for Taya Collier once again. So Collier hit a 3-run home run in the first game. Solano would love for her to do the same in this situation with 1 out, down 9. That's also a good story from one of our past broadcasts. We had somebody from Com 1, just like you guys, trying to get some participation for their grade. And they were the center field camera. And somebody hit a home run right to center field. And so we switched to our main camera to get the home run shot. And you just see a shot of him jumping off the camera stand, running away from the ball, trying not to get hit.
that's funny.
That's one of the classic things. One of the things that Pop always says is, you better protect the camera
Yeah.
at all costs. I don't care if it hits you.
Yeah, Poff, he stands up on the behind home plate for our games, and there's a cutout, and some of those baseballs that fly straight back, Poff doesn't even flinch, and I'm like, I think I would have fallen off the stand and just fell down because I would not want to get hit from a baseball.
Yeah, one of the things you don't think about, too, is how windy it is up there, too.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of heights either, so.
Yeah, he definitely braves the elements to run the main camera, on top of run the whole program as well.
Yes, he does a great job.
So I'll give a credit to Anthony Williams and Robert Quintero over on the production side as Troja throws over to first, not in time, as Collier gets that infield single. And that's a tough play for a lefty to make, to try to field and spin around and still get something on that throw.
Next up to bat, number 26.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing for a left-handed pitcher is that anything, especially even if it's to the third base side, it's pretty hard to be able to spin around and do that.
You're left-handed, right?
Yes, I
yeah.
am.
As that one in there for a strike to Adriana Montoya. Started as a designated player, shifted over to first base after she came in relief. When she got pulled from relief, went over to first to relieve Leah Kimball. As that one jammed liner, so they're going to double off Collier at first. So unfortunate play for the Falcons as San Jose gets out of this inning. I believe that this is the end based off the run rule. We're going to, filibuster a little bit. We'll send it to commercial break. If we come back and have more softball, great. If not, I'll sign you out. All right, so that will do it for us here at the Solano College Sports Network. So indeed, it is the run rule. San Jose wins by a score of 12-3. Jared, what are some of your final thoughts on Game 2 and the series in general?
Just in Game 2, Solano didn't come out with the bats like they did the first game, and San Jose did come out swinging, trying to hit the ball, and it worked out for him in the end.
And Bobby, what are some of your impressions from this game?
Well, I thought San Jose's pitcher did really well, kind of keeping Solano off balance. You saw the fight in that last inning by them trying to scrape some more runs in. And San Jose losing Game 1, they just want to come back and at least try to split this series with Solano and try to get a win for the Game 2.
And so the Falcons and the Jags split this doubleheader, one game apiece. So that will do it for us here at the Solano College Sports Network. For Jared Denning, Soa Blasi, Bobby Meadows, my name is Brian Nelson. I'd like to thank you for watching. Your final score, the San Jose Jags win 12-3. Thank you for watching.
You keep telling me to make it, yeah, to the spot where we would stay lit, and finish bottles never wasted, yeah, cause that's where I'm from. I'm feeling like old school mixtape.